You might have heard the term prime cost. If you're not 100% sure what that is or why it is so important to your restaurant, stick around. I'm going to share that with you right now. Hey everybody, Ryan Gromfin here, author, speaker, chef, restaurateur, and founder of therestaurantboss.com as well as clickbacon.com. And today we're talking about prime cost. So if you're an owner, operator, employee, manager, chef, whatever, GM of a restaurant or any food service business, this number is probably the most important number that you can keep track of, and you have to know prime cost. Now, I'm going to get quick here and I'm going to talk about food costs and labor costs. So if you're not 100% certain and 100% sure of your skills in those categories, check out the rest of this playlist and go back and watch that food cost video and that labor cost video. Then come back to this. But before I get into labor costs, please, if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. The more subscribers, the more of this free content I can continue to bring to you. And we have a goal that we want to reach. So please go ahead and subscribe so I can celebrate with you and keep bringing you this amazing content. Now, when we're talking about prime cost, this is a term that's used over almost all industries, pretty much any industry that manufactures anything. The very simple formula for prime cost is total cost of goods sold plus total labor divided by total sales. Now again, go back to food cost to figure out how to get total cost of goods sold. Go back to the labor to figure out how to get total labor. But those two together divided by total sales for a period or a rolling period, as I mentioned in the previous videos in the food cost video, divided by the sales for that same period will give you prime cost. Now, why is prime cost so important? It's because it's possible to have a high food cost and a low labor cost or cost of goods sold. It's possible to have a low cost of goods sold and a high labor cost. Obviously, we want them both to be low. But the thing is, when people say, what should my food cost be? I don't know. What should my liquor cost be? I don't know. What should my total cost of goods sold be? I don't know. What should my labor cost be? I don't know. What I do know is, generally speaking, the more you make in-house, the lower your cost of goods sold should be, but it takes labor to produce that, so the higher your costs or the higher your labor costs will be. Vice versa, if you're buying your salad dressings already made, you buy a lot of your prep items already made, you buy bread and tortilla chips, all that stuff already made, well then your cost of goods sold is a little higher because to buy that stuff costs more, but your labor cost should be a little lower. Here's what I do know. Your prime cost needs to be less than 60% of sales. Less than 60% of sales. Now, it used to be people were always talking about 60% as the magic number, maybe even 65%, but as insurances have gone up and just the cost of doing business has gone up and rent has gone up and marketing expenses and everything else, we need your prime cost to be less than 60%. There are a few exceptions to this. One of those exceptions that I always say is a restaurant in a hotel, maybe a country club, something where your restaurant is expected to do more and stay open later because of the other services that it supports. Those are the rare exceptions where you could be over 60 and still be profitable. But generally speaking, with the clients I'm working with, if their prime cost is above 60%, they are not as profitable or even profitable at all. Your goal is to get your prime cost to 60% or below. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, ask your questions below. I will be sure to address them as soon as possible. I look forward to bringing you another great video like this next week. Have a wonderful day. I want to thank you for watching that video. If you can do me 3 really quick favors right now, very quick. The first is, if you haven't already, will you subscribe to this channel? In a moment, some things are going to pop up on your screen, some buttons, and one of those buttons is going to be subscribe. So whether you're watching this on my channel or on YouTube or on your phone, just stick around for 1 second and you're going to see a big subscribe button. If you haven't already, could you please subscribe? 2, if you haven't liked this video, will you go ahead and click the like button? Actually, don't just click it. Will you smash that like button and tell the world that you really enjoy this? Because the way that I can continue to bring you all this great free training is for my message to expand, for more restaurant owners and future restaurant owners around the world to be watching this. And so the way to do that is to like my video. So again, if you're watching on YouTube, there'll be a place for you to like it. Or if you're back on my website, there'll be a place for you to like that. So smash that like button for me. And then also, could you leave a comment? Ask me a question. I reply to all my comments as fast as I can, usually within about 24 hours. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer. But go ahead and ask me a question, leave me a comment, tell me you love the video, tell me you'd like to see something else in a video. If you need more detail on a certain area, I can film other videos about that. But if you can go ahead in a couple seconds now, it's gonna come out. If you can subscribe, like, and comment, that would be great. Also, there'll be a spot in this little button coming out in a few seconds where you can download something for free. I'm always rotating that, so take a look at that, some free tools. But if you're new to my channel, if you've never seen my videos before, there'll also be a spot for you to watch a video that'll kind of introduce you to what I do here at the Restaurant Boss and at clickbacon.com and tell you about what we do and how you can get more involved and how you can get more free stuff and all that. So the buttons should be coming in by now. Go ahead and click on those and have an absolutely wonderful day. Thank you so much.